we're about halfway done with this kitchen decluttering series. Today we're going to focus on these cupboards back here and perhaps the pots and pans down there in the bottom. If this is your first time here, make sure you check out the playlist for the other parts to this kitchen declutter series. I'll leave a link up here and down below. If you guys saw the other parts of this kitchen declutter series, you guys know that there's a ton of junk that we were finding in all the cupboards up there. And I feel like this over here is going to be a lot easier because this is something that they access and touch every single day. So let's go ahead and get started. So up here is where they keep all their mugs, cups, plates. A few years ago, I actually did a declutter of this section here, and we haven't gone through this since, so it's definitely time. And for the most part, I think it's pretty organized the way that we left it last, because it looked completely different before. As you can see, you can find the plates here together. There's these plastic cups, the mugs are together. So I think it's pretty organized. It's just we have to go through everything again and see what they don't use anymore. We moved the toaster oven over there just so I have more counter space to work with. And then I also wanted to show you guys here where the sink is this dish drying rack. As you can see, there's a bunch of more stuff, cups, cutting boards, bottles, and other things sitting back here that we're also going to go through because we want to clear up this whole space too. Here's a closer look for you guys of what we have up here. I just finished taking everything out from up there, and I'm very happy to say there's no spiders up there, just some little cobwebs that are on my fingers, but not that big of a deal. I've already run out of counter space here, so I'm going to use the kitchen table now for the stuff on the second shelf. I thought I had a lot of mugs. They have a ton of mugs. These are all empty now. Don't know the last time these were wiped down, so I'm gonna wipe it down really quick. You can see it's pretty dusty in there. Ugh, so dirty. So here is everything that was in the second shelf. It was all these cups, mugs, and jars. And now my mom has joined me so she can go through everything one by one and figure out what she no longer wants to keep and what she's ready to let go. Back in 2019, I made a video of decluttering this cupboard, and I'm pretty sure this hasn't been decluttered since, so it's definitely time. And I'm just hoping that there's going to be a ton of stuff that we can declutter today. We have two separate piles over here, and one is a donate pile and the other one is the stuff that she wants to keep. And then we also have a really small pile of a few mugs that are set aside that are my brother's, and we're just waiting for him to come home so I can ask him if he still wants to keep those. Something that I've learned throughout all these years of decluttering is that you have to ask the person that these items belongs to if they want to keep them. You don't want to be decluttering stuff for other people, especially if it's something that they want. And it's really not a good outcome when you declutter something for someone else when they really didn't want that thing to be decluttered. Here's everything that she wants to keep on this side, and this left side here is everything that can go. So I'm gonna clear up some table space and start putting these things back on the shelf. The counter is also full of stuff because this is the stuff that was on the first shelf. So now we're also taking the time to go through all of these. And my mom is here handing me things that she does not want to keep. And I'm trying to put them on the table over here. It's kind of hard to do this one hand with the camera and one hand holding the things, but I did my best. As you can see, my mom is going very quickly here. She is grabbing things and already knows without even second guessing herself of what she doesn't want anymore. She definitely knows the things that she wants to use and loves to use, and the other stuff that she just doesn't care for anymore. A common decluttering tip is to declutter regularly, and this is the perfect example as to why that's so important. As you can see, my mom has created this space behind the drying rack to put extra cups and jars and things back there, but this is because she doesn't declutter regularly, and when you don't, you start creating piles of clutter wherever you see fit. So this is why you want to avoid this by just decluttering regularly, making time for it, or even just at the end of each season, go through all your stuff, because you never know what stuff is just taking up so much space. So that is all cleared out now, and we're left with these. We're going to see if we can put them all up at the top back there. Here you can see that some lids are missing, so I'm gonna go check the other drawers to see if I can find the lids to these, because there's quite a few that have missing lids. So hopefully we find those, but I am gonna put them at the top right now since they do want to keep it. You guys, look at this massive declutter pile. There's so much. So many tiny glass jars and cups and mugs. Crazy. I'm honestly blown away because I didn't think this much was gonna go, but this is pretty amazing. When my mom and I were decluttering, she told me how fast and easy it was for her to make decisions because I was there. And this is another common decluttering tip that a lot of people say, which is to have an accountability partner or declutter with a family member or a friend, because it truly does make it so much easier to declutter. Sometimes having an accountability partner is all you really need to give you that extra push and motivation so that you can get decluttering done and simplify your home. And if you don't have anyone in your life that you can have come over and declutter with you, then just put one of my videos on. I'll be there decluttering alongside you and giving you that motivation that you need. The countertop is all clean. All that clutter that was sitting here is gone, and now it's time to show you what the cupboard looks like. So here is this first section. You put bottles and hydro flasks up there, as well as glass jars. In the second row we have all the mugs. And over here on this side, we have all the cocktail stuff, some glassware, shot glasses. Over here on this side, that side up there is pretty empty, just the glass jars that my mom uses sit up there. And then at the bottom, we have plates, cups, and a couple other plates. And that's what it looks like now. It looks so much better. It's all very organized, and now we don't have other clutter sitting in the way, so everything here is what they all want to keep. And so love that there's a little extra space, in a couple of these shelves, which is very nice. And overall, I think it turned out great. Now is the time to figure out what we're gonna put all this stuff in. I don't want to put them in bags because I feel like they could break. So I'm thinking to find some cardboard boxes around here, put those in there, and then donate them. My dad ended up finding us a couple of boxes to put these things in, which was so helpful because I was able to stand everything up, and that way things weren't falling over or breaking. So this worked out very nicely. These boxes just make it easier to transport to my car and then to the donation center. As you can see, we did not get to the pots and pans today. I think I'm just very ambitious in the beginning. I want to get it all done, but this took a long time and there was just so much to get through. So we only did the cupboard, but that's fine because I'm not trying to do everything all at once. In the next video, we'll definitely get to the pots and pans and whatever else we can get to that day. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that video. I feel like we're so close to the finish line, just a few more things to get done, and then the kitchen declutter will be complete. So thank you if you watched every single episode, and again, if you haven't, then make sure you check out the playlist because you'll find everything there. Even though we just did this cupboard, it took a very long time to do. There was a lot of stuff in there. As you guys saw, everything that we're getting rid of, there's so much to get rid of. There's a few things that needed to be organized and put back. So I had to figure that out too, the best way to do that for my family so that when they can use this, it's more functional for them. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure you give this video a like. It really supports my channel. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet and you like videos all about decluttering and simple living. Check out the playlist link of the other videos in this kitchen declutter series if you have missed them. See you guys next time. Bye!